country music legend Wynonna Judd's daughter, Grace Kelley, was recently arrested in Millbrook, Alabama. And the story keeps getting murkier with every passing day, as Grace has made a series of accusations against her family in a telephonic interview with the Post from the prison. Before we dive into what Grace had to say, a quick recap of what really led to her arrest. Keep in mind that this is the police's version of what happened, and Grace has a different story to tell. Police records on Elmore County's website show that she was arrested on 3 charges. The first was pertaining to complaints of her flashing her breasts and other private parts at passing vehicles on a highway. She was also holding a sign saying, "A ride for a ride," which led to the charge of soliciting prostitution. Grace even argued with the cops that it's not illegal to offer herself in exchange for rides. She also caused a disturbance at a nearby gas station and was arrested after refusing to comply with the cops. Grace spoke to the Post from the prison about her arrest and how her family has reacted to her arrest. Grace, who is a mother to a 2-year-old girl herself, had this to say about her mother, Wynonna Judd. "I think she's blocked my number. My mom, she thinks I'm on drugs, right? She wants me to go to rehab. But when I came to jail, I took a drug test and I passed it. I'm not on drugs. My mom won't listen to me. She won't believe me. She thinks I'm out here doing crazy shit." She said no one from her famous family, including her actress Aunt Ashley Judd or her brother Elijah, a game warden in the state of Tennessee, has contacted her. Her most shocking statement was about her grandmother, Naomi Judd, as she wondered if Naomi's suicide in 2022 contributed to her misfortune. She said, "I don't know if when my grandma shot herself, she cursed me." And this statement sparked a major debate online on the Judd family. Some comments on the news story questioned Grace's character and how she could blame her grandmother, who took her own life, for her actions, and even sided with Wynonna's decision to distance herself from her daughter, who doesn't want to help herself. While there were also those who blamed Grace's upbringing and her family for her troubles, even questioning Wynonna's own personal troubles. For those not aware, Wynonna had a troubled past with her mother, to the extent that Naomi didn't want Wynonna to attend her funeral. She had her 2 children with Kelley, with whom she was married for 2 years. She married again to her former bodyguard in 2003. He was arrested for sexual assault of a child under the age of 13, and she filed for divorce 5 days later. Grace, who has a history of drug-related arrests, also dismissed the latest charges filed against her. In the interview, she said, "I was doing it honestly. I literally had a sign that said, 'Help me with my ride.'" In her version of the story, she cooperated with the cops and told them that she didn't have any drugs on her, nor was she doing anything wrong. She also claims that she was wearing t-shirt, skirt, sports bra, and underwear, so there's no question of indecent exposure. Grace questioned the treatment she received in the jail and had this to say, "They put me in a padded room with a hole in the floor and they put the lights off on me, and I was in there for 3 days strapped to a chair. No water, no toilet, no nothing. My wrists are literally scabbed over from the restraint chair because they did it so tight on me, because I was basically cussing all of them, telling them to go to hell because they had no reason to arrest me. When I go to court, all this shit will be dropped." Grace believes she is a victim of her family's fame, and cops want to make an example of her. She claims that she is trying to do things the right way by not selling drugs or selling herself. But in her own words, when you don't have anybody, what do? When asked what she would like to say to her mother if she could, she said, "I'm innocent." Wynonna Judd didn't return messages when the interviewer reached out to her for comments. The Judd family has a troubled past, and Grace Kelley's comments have just opened them up to more public scrutiny. We just hope that the family can settle their differences, if not for anyone else, then for Grace's 2-year-old child. Do you believe Grace's version of the story? Let us know in comments, and please do subscribe to the channel for your daily dose of country.